Coach, I know you've spent a lot of time with Mick Vecchio over the years. My sources have confirmed he is a regular now in West Reading playing pickleball.
He is.
I wanted to get your thoughts on Mick Vecchio, the pickleball player.
He is the pickleball champion now. He's all in on that to the point where he was always hanging out at practices here. He'll actually leave practice to go over to play pickleball, believe it or not.
Well, I just got a new paddle yesterday, and I told him I'm the Micah Parsons of pickleball.
You better be careful.
So I don't know that he wants to come on my court, but I'd take it easy on him.
Mick Vecchio right now is in the best shape he's been in 30 years. He's got a lot of weight. He's playing. He loves the game.
So that's all attributed to pickleball.
That's
now.
right.
Okay. You've been around this program 3 decades.
Right.
I always ask coaches, because we have a lot of longtime coaches in this county, which is why I think the programs are so good, the continuity. But think of all that time you put into preparing for football. If you weren't coaching football, what do you think you would do with all that time?
I have no idea. Because I'm the type of person that's just always doing something, and I can't sit still, so I'd be driving my wife freaking nuts.
Do you golf, fish?
I love to golf. I love to fish, but I barely get to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff will come in a couple of years.
Now, Coach Dom says, I think 3 holes in 1.
Wow.
Do you have any?
Nothing like that.
Nothing.
But I like to take them on a golf. Him and I may have to go do that sometime. I do love to play.
Over at Shells or the real thing?
Oh, Shells you're talking about, right?
You have to have a hole in 1 there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely take them on.
I was talking with some of your players, and they love the offense, but high school nowadays, it's like college in the NFL. Most teams, you won't even find a fullback on the roster.
Right.
They're spreading you out.
Yep.
But your approach has always been that option, game. It's old school, and that might be Mick right now. He probably heard it. But how much do you enjoy just lining up and
our motto, I was a lineman in college, so our motto here is, and this comes from Mick, it's 5 yards in a cloud of dust, and that's what we do. We want to grind it. We want to grind the offense. We want to grind the clock, control the clock, keep the ball out of the other team's hands, and not make mistakes. Our feeling is a lot of these teams, they just spread themselves out, and you just open yourselves up to quarterback getting waffled because of inexperienced linemen, blitz packages that are out there, and interceptions, and you better have some really good core of receivers and a really good quarterback to really run the spread effectively.
It helps.
Get that year in, year out. I think that's tough.
It helps when you have a guy like Nick Singleton to run your offense.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see a running back like him again?
No, I mean, he's one of a kind. He's just got speed, power, size, strength. He's got the whole package. You're going to get great backs that they have great strength and power. But they might not be able to take it a distance. And you got kids that if they get through the line of scrimmage without getting knocked on their can, then they could take the distance. But he's got the whole thing.
People see him Friday nights, but you see him every day. Tell me about the work ethic that he's put in.
Yeah, just for 4 years, all I've known is he's serious business on the football field. He works hard. He works really hard in the off season at Garage and in our strength program. He doesn't miss a practice. All those recruiting trips he's been on all these years, all these weekends, he's here at practice on Monday. He's here in the summer on Monday. He never misses. So that's the kind of kid he is. But he's also a happy-go-lucky kid. He loves to joke around with the kids. I have him in class right now. I sometimes got to smack him silly to get him to shut up. But
really?
He's just an average kid, man. He likes to have fun.
Yeah, you have him in class.
Good kid. I do.
Good student?
Yeah. He takes care of business. He makes sure his assignments and things are done. That's the way he is. He's a business kind of guy.
All straight A's from you, or?
Oh no, we just started. I've had him for 2 days.
So no tests yet.
No tests.
Are you tougher as a football coach or a teacher?
Probably as a football coach.
You paused. You had to think about that.
I think about that.
So you're tough in the classroom?
I'm more demanding on my kids on the football field, but I'm tough in the classroom too. The kids know that they can't pull anything on me, and it's a respectful relationship both ways. Teaching and coaching go hand in hand with each other.
I call it a tie. You had a good fullback last year in Strausser. Yeah. Now Trey Rock can step in there. Also real good linebacker.
Last year, Trey and Brandon were supposed to be splitting time at the fullback position because they're both starting linebackers. Strausser was a little selfish and ball hoggish there, and Trey's the underclassman. He kept rushing him out, and things get so hectic we miss it sometimes. But no, Brandon was a great fullback for us. He's doing a great job up at Kutztown, from what I understand, at linebacker. But it's just Trey's turn. So Trey's running some fullback with us, a lot of fullback with us. But he's our number 1 linebacker, so we're going to have to find some way to get him out of the game here to, so he can play full 4 quarters here in the beginning of the season. And we got a couple other kids we can put in there right now to pound into the line of scrimmage and see what they can do.
Eden, Delson, Eden.
Yep, exactly.
That's a big mystery right now.
That's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be Eden, Delson, Eden. Because they're both, Eden's playing full time on defense, so he's going to need time to get out, and we're not taking him out of defense. He's just he's an impact player. His football IQ is so off the charts, it's unbelievable. As a defensive safety type of kid for us, so, I mean, he makes all the adjustments on the field, stuff we even coach and plan. He's making those kind of adjustments, and they worked out. But he's going to be in a quarterback, and when he needs to come out, Delson's going to be in. And I'm not going to even blink an eye because Delson's doing that great of a job for us.
In your secondary, you also have Aiden Martin, who was on the field
Started
early in
for
his
3 years
career.
now.
Right. What can you say about his improvement over the years?
Strength. Pound for pound, he's one of the strongest kids on our team. I haven't known many kids in my life that could bench twice their weight. He's one of them.
Wow.
And that's impressive.
Wow. Think Nick Morrissey can bench twice his weight?
No.
What do you think about his no shirt look out in the practice field?
He's gotten a lot of comments on that. It's been pretty good. We get a lot of social media and texts and things on that.
A lot of what type of comments?
Great comments. Anybody knows Nick Morrissey, he is just a great guy, great coach, passionate, very passionate about what he does, and that's why the kids love him. We all love him.
You concerned at all you may lose him to become a professional bodybuilder?
No. I think Nick's a Mifflin guy for the rest of his life. He loves it here.
What can you tell us about York High? I mean, traditionally they have very good skill players, and they're a dangerous type of offensive team.
They're right there again. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at this game as a huge measuring stick to see how good we really are, because obviously we're young up front. No, I'm going to say young and experienced up front, and we just got to see, as this York team's got an outstanding quarterback in Stoner. They got a running back, that number 4 kid that just is really good from what we saw last year. They got that 2 receivers that are really good, and a D1 lineman in there. So that's going to UConn. So they've got some kids there. I'm just hoping we can outlast them in this football game and beat them in the fourth quarter.
You have a certain team in week 2 that's a fairly big rivalry in these parts. How do you get the kids not to look ahead and focus on York and not Wilson?
I think there's been enough stuff in social media, and the kids have seen this York team on film. Last year they were, I think, 8-1 or whatever they were, 6-1, and they lost in the championship game to Central York. So they saw how good these kids are, and I'll be honest with you, there's none of us that are actually looking past them. We're just so focused on this game right now, because this is truly, we know every week's a championship week, and we gotta get through this York game right now. We'll worry about Wilson next week.
Last thing, you're a former lineman. Everybody in the county and the district knows about your skill guys. No one questions that. Right. Up front, you have 5 new guys, and obviously you moved Goodman to tackle, but the other 4, how are they looking so far?
Very good. I was very happy with the way they came out in the scrimmage and got after it and sustained blocks and went to whistle and stuff. So the assignment-wise, they were pretty solid. And Penn Manor threw us a little bit of a different defense than what we're usually used to seeing around here. So I think they made some really good adjustments and did a really nice job.
All right.
They stayed on their blocks and went to the whistle.
I'll let you call Mick back and talk some pickleball, but I appreciate your time.
He's probably calling me for a partner right now.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.